Hello, friends. I'm going to talk today about some gun etiquette for you CCW holders. This topic's kind of been on my mind for a little bit. Been just kind of want to talk about like a mindset that I would like to give out to CCW holders. Anybody that I come in contact with, that I talk to, any prior students that I had, I try to talk to about the mindset of a CCW holder. Someone that carries a gun on a daily, or that they decide to today I'm going to carry my gun. Um, it can kind of be some of the things I might say might come off as controversial. You guys might disagree, and that's okay. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Um, but some of the things that I'd like to kind of get out there is, as far as mindset goes, is to have empathy for people. To have a cool head, not to have an ego. Um, just those two things, having empathy and to not have an ego, is a pretty big thing for someone that's carrying a firearm. You know, um, you never know about people. People out here. It's a crazy world. There's people out here that they might have just lost a custody battle. They lost their kids. They lost their house. We're human, so they don't wear what's going on with them on their forehead for us to read. They're just having a bad day, and one mistake, you cut them off on the road or whatever, or they cut you off, you pull up, you flip them off, and now all of a sudden we're in this huge road rage incident, and one thing leads to another, and now we found ourselves in a predicament of crap. Now I need to use lethal force or not, when really all what could have avoided all that is just a wave. You could have waved at him and said, hey, I'm sorry that I flipped you off or whatever, and then they take off. Be a de-escalation type of scenario is what you need to kind of have in your head. How to de-escalate and how to keep a cool head. I know it's easier said than done at times. I'm human. I'm guilty of it, just like everybody else. I've had a bad day and cut somebody off, or had an attitude when I shouldn't have had one, and or took it out on somebody that didn't deserve it. It doesn't mean that I deserved a bullet, or they do. And you just kind of have that de-escalation mindset. Kind of understand that we're all people. We all make mistakes. Now, granted, yes, I get it. There's a thousand, hundreds of thousands of millions of different scenarios that I could go over. What if they did this, or what if they did that? I don't have enough video time to go over that, and I'd lose you guys anyways. The attention span would, I'd be up here for 10 hours talking about it. Um, but just having an empathetic mindset towards people, to understand that, hey, it's okay. I can take the insults and I can go on about my day. Because the thing is when you have a firearm in your hand, or on you, not in your hand, but on you, you have the tool to decide if that guy or gal goes home, or if they go back with their family. I mean, the truth of that is that's what it is. You have the ultimate decision in your hand. I get to decide if you get to go home or not, you know? And so you have to have a real emotional stability. You need to keep yourself grounded. No ego, have empathy, you know? Don't sit here and have a chip on your shoulder. Don't think you're Clint Eastwood, or you're John Wick, and you just got this bad self about, and you're just this awesome guy that you can just shoot guns like crazy quick and great and fast and all that, and you're just waiting to use those skills. No, don't be that way. Be humble. Pray for those people that try to upset you. I don't care if a guy comes up to you, or a gal, and she decides to call you a racial slur to your face, or even calls your kids a racial slur, or your wife. Eat it. Just let it go. Because in the end, you have the final say. You really do. We all do as gun carriers. You know, and that guy might just really be a disgusting human being. He might just suck as a person, and those people are out there. I get it. They don't deserve a bullet. You know, they still have a life too. They might change the way their life comes, and they might follow Christ and end up being like, man, I really screwed up. So taking their life wouldn't give them that opportunity. So it's just the mindset, be a de-escalator, have empathy, you know, don't be slow to anger. Okay. You need to do a lot of training and to stay committed. Don't just carry a gun and be lazy about it, because other people's lives are out there. And if you're an ill-trained individual and you have to use your firearm and you go shooting rounds off all over the place trying to defend yourself, and you kill a couple people or somebody, dude, you just screwed up. You're going to prison forever. You were trying to defend yourself, but you killed someone innocent in the process, because you got lazy. So just train, be empathetic, don't have an ego, be very humble. Be very humble. Don't come off as cocky, okay? I can't speak it on it enough. I don't want to sound like I'm repeating myself here, so I'll probably go ahead and end it on that note. But comment in the video. We can further this discussion in the comments so other people can get involved and things of that nature. So you guys have a blessed day. Take care out there, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.